I want to share with you what I see in the last 26 years in my clinical practice when I recommended to my patients only use 7 days good pure organic potassium every day. What will happen with your swollen ankles, feet, or any other part of your body that already had the swollen state? Day 1 and day 7 are not the same, but most people never correct potassium properly because they eat too much sodium, too much sugar, too much processed food, and they do not understand how fluid balance actually works. And why potassium is so important for the swelling. Potassium is one of the main electrolytes responsible for fluid balance, nerve signal, muscle function, heart rhythm, and electrical activity of every cell in the body. And every cell depends on the correct balance between sodium and potassium. And sodium mostly stays outside the cell, and potassium mostly stays inside the cell. This balance helps control where the water goes. And in unbelievably large amount of the cases you have swollen feet, ankles, or any part of your body because you have accumulated a lot of sodium in your body and you will not correct them with the potassium. In the later part of the video, I'm going to give you another minerals that work perfectly together with potassium, and it will help you with your swollen ankles, feet, or any part of your body. When sodium is too high and potassium is too low, the body often begins to hold more water. And this is one reason why many people feel more swollen feet after salty meals, processed food, restaurant food, bread, sugar, and the long sitting. And the problem is not only water, the problem is the balance between sodium and potassium. And so potassium actually in the short acts as a counterpart of the sodium in your body, so you must have potassium in the sodium in normal level and you will have no problem with swollen legs. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Potassium citrate, why must be careful. Potassium citrate may be useful in certain cases, but this is not something everyone should take randomly. Potassium supplementation must be supervised, especially in people over 50 who take medication, because potassium directly affects heart rhythm, and if potassium becomes too high, it can be too dangerous. If potassium becomes too low, it can be also dangerous, so do not take potassium citrate, potassium tablets, or strong electrolyte powders without medical supervision. And this is so important, my dear viewers. In most cases, you have the swollen feet, ankles, and similar kind of conditions because you have heart problem, you have the liver problem, you have the kidney problems, and you use a lot of those chemical medication. That's why my video is just for the educational purposes only, and do not correct your potassium level, especially without consultation with your medical professional. The mineral partners are magnesium and calcium. Potassium is the key mineral for fluid control, but it does not work alone. Magnesium and calcium are also important partners. Magnesium supports muscular relaxation, nerve function, blood vessels tone, stress response, sleep, cramps, and tension. And calcium is important for the muscle function, nerve signaling, and the bone health. And the body does not work with one mineral only. Potassium, magnesium, calcium, and sodium must be in balance, and that is the real secret. This is how I help thousands of my patients with those fluid problems. I correct them almost every time: magnesium, calcium, potassium, and sodium level. And this is just one part how this can help you a lot. What really happens when you get more potassium for 7 days after 50? And day 1, your body starts receiving a new signal. And on day 1, do not expect dramatic changes. Potassium is not a painkiller. It is not a miracle diuretic, and it is not instantly remove liters of fluid from your body. But when you begin increasing potassium-rich foods and reducing salty processed food, your body starts receiving a different signal. The sodium-potassium balance begins to shift, and your kidney may begin to regulate fluid differently, and your cells may begin to handle water more intelligently, and some people notice slightly more urination, and some feel a little less heavy, some notice nothing at all. This is normal. Day 1 is not the result. Day 1 is just the beginning of something that is so crucial for removing your swelling in your body. And if you are constant, you take good quality supplementation, you take good quality food with your potassium, on the day 3, fluid balance may start changing. By day 3, some people begin noticing small changes. The legs may feel slightly less heavy. The ankles may look a little less tight in the evening, and the rings may feel less tight. The face may look less puffy in the morning. But this usually happens only when potassium is increased together with the right changes. You must reduce sodium, you must reduce sugar, you must drink enough water, and you must move your legs. You must stop eating the food that keep your body in the constant state of the fluid retention. So this is so important, especially for everyone who already are suffering from potassium deficiency. Do you have potassium deficiency? You must check your blood blood results, go to your doctor, seek if you have fluid retention information. Do you have deficiency in potassium? So if the potassium is in deficiency, you really can help yourself in the easy way. On the day 7, this is where many people notice the difference. By the day 7, many people who follow the protocol correctly begin to see clearer difference. The ankle may be less swollen at the end of the day, shoes may feel less tight, and the morning puffiness may reduce, and the leg heaviness may improve. Muscle cramps may reduce if low potassium was part of the problem. But I want to be honest, if swelling is caused by heart failure, kidney disease, liver disease, blood clots, advanced venous insufficiency, lymphedema, medication side effects of another serious condition, potassium alone will not solve the problem. In those cases, swelling is not just a mineral problem, it is a medicinal signal. And potassium can be extremely important, but potassium is not complete diagnosis, it is not complete treatment. That's why you really need unbelievably quality medical professional who really understands all of those problems and really who can correct with nutrition, natural remedies, minerals and vitamins all of those problems if you have already. Now listen to me very carefully. If your swelling is sudden, only on one side, painful, red hot, unconnected with shortness of the breath, chest pain, dizziness or rapid weight gain, severe fatigue or swelling in the abdomen, you need the urgent medical evaluation. And do not treat with potassium, do not treat with any kind of tea, do not treat with internet advice. That can be serious, and that can be, of course, the sign you have a heart attack, deep vein thrombosis or similar kind of condition. So my dear viewers, this is so important for you to understand. What I show you today is only foundation. Potassium is one of the most important minerals for swelling and the fluid retention, but it's not the whole treatment. In my clinical practice, swelling is rarely solved by one mineral alone. At Mario Lab, we create individual natural treatments protocol for people who want the serious professional approach. And those programs may include nutrition, natural remedies, mineral herbal support, life changes, and when needed, advanced physical therapy and rehabilitation. So if you have chronic swelling, swollen legs, swollen ankles, heavy feet, venous insufficiency, lymphatic problems, metabolic issues or inflammation, and if you want serious Mario Lab opinion, send us your full name, country, diagnosis, symptoms, and the photos of your scan or your medical findings through WhatsApp or the wider. You can be connected with me, and when I make especially for you my Mario Lab programs, I will be making sure that you will be removing your swelling in the safe and natural way. So for today's video, please try to remember, key part of your swelling is going to be potassium, magnesium and calcium and the sodium regulation. If you want to learn a lot more what is the best vitamin that really can help you with your swollen feet, watch my video right here. Thank you for following my viewers. See you in the next time. Bye bye.